So first, what really is gymnastics? So gymnastics is exercise developed or displayed physical agility and coordination. So the modern sports of gymnastics is typically involve exercises on uneven bars, so balancing beams, floors, and vaulting horse or for women naman siya. So, the horizontal and parallel bars, rings, floors, and pommel horse. So, my name is Sakpurj Ankatejo and I'm assigned for the history of gymnastics. So, gymnastics is one of the world's oldest physical activities and sports, and its origin can be traced back thousands of years. So, gymnastics was first likely to depicted in the Egyptian artifacts through hieroglyphics. The earliest known physical evidence of gymnastics can be found in the art of ancient Egypt, where female acrobats performed for the pharaohs and the Egyptian nobility. Record shows that during the ancient time, Chinese and Egyptians were the first to practice various gymnastics routine for fitness and entertainment, but the Greeks were the first to develop the competitive aspects of gymnastics, which originally meant all forms of athletic. It was first performed at the ancient Olympic Games at Mount Olympus. All these sprang from their beliefs in the ideal of a sound mind and a sound body. So, by 800 BC, Greece, China, Persia, and India were using gymnastics for military training. So, gymnastics as practiced from early times appears to have spread from Egypt to Greece and Rome. So, in 776 BC, the Greeks held the first Olympic Games, which was a festival dedicated to their god Zeus. So, in gymnastics was added to the Olympic Games. So, gymnastics involved boxing, wrestling, throwing, jumping, track and fields, and weightlifting. So, which later in the history become separate sports. So, the name of the sport gymnastics is driven from the ancient Greek word gymnos, so which literally translated as naked art. In ancient Greece, male athletes train and compete in the nude. So because of this, women were excluded from the ancient games, not just competitors but also a spectator. So the Greeks built an elaborate complexes known as gymnasia for their physical education training around the 6th century BCE. So there were three types of teachers in the gymnasium. So first is the grammaticist or the grammatistes. So they are the teachers who taught reading, writing, and scholarly pursuits. So the second one is Kitratist or Kitratistes, so who taught music, and the third and the last one is the Podiatrists, who were the teachers in physical fitness. Yeah. So gymnastics is a sport basic to all sports, and it's recognized for its vital role in the development of total fitness of the individual. So it is an artistic expression of graceful yet demanding and difficult movements, both for fitness competition purposes. That's why gymnastics spread around the world. So the educators and contributors in the development of gymnastics. So first we have Johann Bernhard Beislow, so 1723 to 1790s, German. So he introduced gymnastics in the school curriculum. So the second is Johann Gottsmuth, so 1759 to 1839, so German, so known as the great grandfather of gymnastics, and he also wrote a book entitled Gymnastics of the Youth. So he also invented the outer apparatus like the seesaw, horizontal ladder, oblique wooden ladder, climbing rope, Now, wooden balance beam and the rope ladder. So next we had Frederick Ludwig John, so 1778 to 1852, so German. So he is considered as the father of modern gymnastics. So and he also started the Tavernier movement or the tumbling club, so which is generally for the young men in German. So next is Per Henrik Ling, so 1776 to 1839, so Swedish. So introduced gymnastics in European schools. So he also invented the bars and the vaulting box or the Swedish box. So Adolf Spies, so 1810 to 1858. So he's a Swiss, so he introduced the marching and freehand exercise performed in music. So next is Dr. Dudley Sargent, 1849 to 1924. So he is an American. So he is the first American to include gymnastics in their school curriculum. So next is Candido Bartolome. So he is a Filipino. So he is a UP professor who secured support for gymnastics competitions in the university, and he helped other organizations in the Philippines to develop their own programs. So the last one is Francesca Reyes Aquino, so from 1899 to 1983. So she is a Filipina, so she is known as the as the mother of the Philippine folk dance. So she is also a member of the Bureau of Public Schools and a folk of the rhythmic dance educator. So she contributed to the early training of gymnastics at the university. So specifically, she infused gymnastics routine with dance moves unique to the culture. So the next topic is the benefits of gymnastics. So there are three benefits of the gymnastics. So that we have physical, cognitive, and psychological. So first, let's go with the physical. So first, it can increase in muscle strength, flexibility, and endurance. So the next one is the ability to relax. The third one is the correct body alignment while walking, standing, jumping, and others. So the second and the last one is the knowledge of how to fall and roll safely. So the last one is to increase agility and coordinations. So the next one is the cognitive. So there is 4 parts in the cognitive. So the first one is the awareness of the body. So the second is awareness of space and where the body is in it. The third one is the awareness of relationships, body parts to each other, and the apparatus. So the last one is the awareness of relationship with others. Yes. So the last one is psychological. So the first one is the joy of movement mastery. The second is discipline and self-control. The third is the exercise habit as a pleasurable daily occurrence. So the fourth one is a confident self-image and positive attitude towards their bodies. The last one is trust in one's own ability. Move from words of I can't to I can. So the definition of rhythm. So rhythm signifies the beat, count, value, and the pulse of the music. So any regular recurring motion. Symmetry is a movement marked by the regulated succession of strong and weak elements of the opposite or different conditions. Concept about rhythmic fundamentals and rhythmic patterns. So the general purpose of a program of fundamental rhythmic is to provide variety of basic movement experience. This will make students move effectively, efficiently, and develop sense of rhythmic. Fundamental rhythmic is include walking, running, skipping, and other fundamental movements. The classifications of rhythmic activities. So rhythmic activities, so the physical manifestation of mental and emotional responses to the individual. To rhythmic refers to those bodily responses made to any rhythmic accompaniments. So we have the elements of rhythm. So first is we have the beat. So the beat is the underlying pulse of rhythm. So next is bar. So in music, a vertical line across a staff dividing it into equal measures of the equal measures of time. So tempo. So tempo is rate of speed of a movement. So next is count. So a count is a pulse beat, a time limit. So the next is measure. So measure is a group of pulse beats. So second to the last is the step pattern. So step pattern refers to movement or movements done for each of the dance. And the last one is the measure signature. So the measure signature is also known as the time signature. So the next is the elements of space. So the first one is direction. So it is the line movement taken which may be forward, backward, sideward, diagonal upward, or a combination of those mentioned. So the second one is level. So level is a movement through space. A movement through space that may be done at a high, low, or medium level. So the next is range. So range refers to the area covered as the body moves. So it may be small as when the movement is done in one's place, or large when movement covers a wide as we're getting away from one's place. The last and the fourth one is the floor pattern. So the floor pattern is the path or design that is made while moving in space, is what is termed as a floor pattern. So it may taken as a form of a circle, square, straight, or a zigzag. The last topic is the movement quality. So movement expressions is attained through the elements of time, force, and space. So it has three parts. So the first one is the time quality. So time quality has two parts in it, which is the first one is movement, which is fast, and the second one is movement, which is slow. So the next is the force quality. So it has a four part. So the first one is soft light movement. The second one is strong heavy movement. The third is strong jerky movement. The fourth one is the smooth sustained movement. So the last one is the space quality. So the space quality also has four parts, and the first one is the movement up and down. So the second is movement across, back, and front. The third is movement which is slow, and the last one is the movement which is high.